All right, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Great work session. I appreciate the information Councilman Kabler brought to the table. So tonight we're going to move right into November 21st, 2024 Town Council meeting. As a new meeting, we will also do the Pledge of Allegiance again. And I think Rick Crump should lead the way.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, sir. Roll call.
Mayor Benson,
Here.
Councilmember Dotson. It's on Zoom.
Yep, he's there.
Councilmember Troncone,
Here.
Councilmember Wilcox,
Here.
Councilmember Kabler. Here. Councilmember Healy. And Councilmember Hummel.
Here.
Thank you so much. Item C, a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
There he is. He's back. All right. All right. So is Mr. Bradshaw on?
Mayor, you have some minutes to approve.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm jumping all over, aren't I? All right. Let's go move into a motion to approve the minutes from the September 19, 2024 Town Council meeting. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved. All right, second.
We have a so moved. We have second. Any discussion? Please, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 So moved. I don't see Mr. Bradshaw. Okay. I do see Sheila. I see Joe, and Josh is out in the audience. All right, so we're gonna skip item 3 and move right into the new appointments. We actually have 3 appointments. And what it's going to be is we're going to have 2 appointments and 1 alternate. And what my recommendation to the council is, and you do have everybody's resume, you have all their information. My recommendation is that we appoint Sheila, and she's on here, Morgan Johnson and Joseph Volk on the appeals board, and we're going to have Joshua come on board as an alternate. And the reason why, it's the way it should be done, but more importantly, it's going to allow us to have more consistency with our appeal board and make sure that we always have a quorum. So those are my recommendations. You have them in your package. Any discussion?
Make a motion that we move forward with your recommendation as is.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Not hearing any. Can we have a vote? All in favor of the 3 appointments to North Beach Board of Appeals as stated? Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Believe, Mickey, you say aye?
Mhm.
Okay, good. All right. Congratulations. Now what we're going to do, and this is always difficult for me, we're going to, Joshua, come on up, stand here. Sorry, you're the only one here, so you have to be in front of everybody. I see Joe, lower left. Please unmute him, and Sheila to the right.
there.
We're going to share. We're going to swear you guys in. So don't mess this up. I'm talking to myself, so don't worry about that. All right. Please raise your right hand. All right. Everybody has their right hand up. I state your name.
I, Sheila Morgan Johnson,
I, Joseph Elliott Volk,
I, Joshua Wilbanks.
Do solemnly affirm that I will support
Do solemnly affirm that I will support
that I will
affirmative.
Yeah, we can all say it at the same time, I promise you. The Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of
Constitution of the United States
and that I will be faithful
and that I will
that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear
and bear
True
true allegiance
allegiance
to Maryland
to
to
to the
the
state
Maryland
of Maryland
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and support
and
the
support
and
the
for the Constitution and the laws thereof,
thereof,
and that I will, to the best of my skill
and that I will,
and
to the
will,
best
to
of
the best of my skill
and judgment,
and
and
judgment,
judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently
diligently and
diligently,
faithfully,
faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without
without
partiality,
partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute
execute the office of
Town of North Beach Board of Appeals
Town
Town of North Beach Board of Appeals
according to the Constitution
according to the
according to the
Constitution
Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of
and
this
laws of this state.
Congratulations. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being there. We look forward to having you. Get ready, because you're about to be bombarded with emails from Linda, from Rick, from Stacy. Oh, never mind. You got one coming right now. So, so thank you. If you have any questions, please get with staff and they will make sure you're taken care of. We truly appreciate you volunteering. You know, it's a great town, and with your support, we're going to keep making it better. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's keep rolling. Let's move right into the town administrator report.
Thank you, Mayor, and good evening, council members. I will go through this fairly promptly. Couple of items for upcoming work sessions for next month. We are going to bring you an updated ARPA worksheet, the American Rescue Plan Act. It's not really a requirement that we bring that to you, but we want to make sure that the public and you understand what we have done expenses for against that account. I did speak with Councilman Hummel yesterday about bringing our parking plan back to the council for review in January. So we'll be talking to you about how we're going to move forward with that and ultimately doing an open house or public meeting. We're also continuing to work on pier and town security. We will be bringing that back to you in a closed session item, just to the nature of the discussion. We're looking to do that early next year. We also brought on board a new tasking and efficiency system, which we're getting ready to roll out and put in place. So we'll be giving some instruction and training on you, but you will be able to go in real time and see customer relationship management, things coming in from constituency, being able to track continued questions and projects and where we are. So as soon as that's up and running, you'll get your email with directions on how to use that. We also, you had met at the last council meeting, Amanda Odell has been brought in part-time to help us put in a more robust and efficient purchasing system. So our purchasing review is underway now and working on new and updated policies there. And we pulled back and the budget planning schedule for FY26, which I included in the report this month, excuse me. We started our staff planning a little bit earlier. We'll get that budget to you earlier this year. And we're doing a little bit of an exercise to rebuild FY25 so we can do a better historical tracking and get you planned better for 26. Just a little bit more efficient way of doing it. And with that, that's really all I have. There's an updated directive sheet, and we'll continue to keep track of those for you. But if you don't have any questions, that wraps up my report.
I just have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
So number 2 in the notable items, that refers to Zendesk.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna actually have, council will have access to that? Okay, all right, good. Just wanted to clarify that. Thanks.
Everything we're doing, whether you want to
Okay.
or not.
Great.
So, yeah, I'm kidding. But yes,
I
as
just
soon as
have-
we have it rolled up.
I have
we'll-
just one question. Dealing with the ARPA funds, are we good that everything has been allocated and we have to expend it by 2026 or something like that?
The short answer is yes. It has to be committed by the end of 2024 and spent through 2026.
All right, so we have committed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And
That's
that's what
fine.
we'll bring you next month.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. Sergeant Naughton, come on up. Sit back down, DB. Somebody might have to carry DB out tonight. I'm just letting you know now.
All right, hello, everybody. I believe everybody has a copy of the report. Do we have any questions?
you know, we're in that time of the year where visitors are mainly focused on our restaurants, but we still, the library has, I don't know what the numbers are now at the library, but I think Mickey was talking about it. I think it's over 70,000 people.
Last
since
I heard,
April.
it was over 75,000, yeah.
Wow.
So we are bringing more people into the beach, and hopefully they're going to the library and shopping at the different restaurants and stores. But, you know, I walk to town a lot and it looks good. I see you guys out there everywhere sitting up. Just continue to monitor what we've always said, our stop signs,
Yes,
speeding
sir.
on Bay Avenue, going out of town. We did have to pull up the speed bumps. We do that, folks, because we are moving into winter. I think today felt cold enough to say we're in winter. And we have to have them up for the snow plows, and we can't afford to wait because if it snows, we got to react. So that means Bay Avenue speed bumps are gone. And
Got
that
it.
means people like to drag race sometimes.
Yeah.
Any questions? Sergeant? Nope.
Good evening, Sergeant. Thank you and your team. I think I spoke to you that day. You all were out there slowing people down coming into North Beach from Anne Arundel.
Yes, sir.
That's kids out there trying to get on the school bus. So I appreciate you all for doing that. Thank you very
Yes, sir.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I do want to add one item. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I went to the MML Fall Conference in Cambridge. So I had the pleasure of networking with mayors and council members around the state. There's 157 mayors and 3 taxing districts now. And when I sit down and I talk to them and they're telling, you know, we have a place where we have small town forums. There's tiny town, small town, and large town. We're a small town. There are people a lot smaller than us that are in the tiny town. But talking to them, I hear the challenges they are having, and we're very blessed. And my wife and I talk about this all the time, and I've talked to staff and I've talked to residents, that we're very blessed to have our deputies around town. So many places, the crime is through the roof. Different things are going on. And I just want to make sure you keep doing what you're doing, because I know that I talk to people all the time that comes to our town, and I said, what brought you here? He goes, because I feel safe walking around. I've heard it over and over and over again. So I just want to put that out there. Thank you. Thank everybody. Thank the residents for making our town the best town around. All right, let's move right into marketing and public relations. Dawn?
Thank you. Good evening. I had the opportunity to attend the MML conference with Mayor Benton. And just one thing, I did learn a lot, but one of the sessions I attended was about risk management. And we did sort of examples of different things. And one example that we had to work with a group on was about a large event in our town. And our example was a parade. So I talked a lot with our group because one other town, I can't remember which one it was, but they did a parade, but other people, they kind of learned from us. So that was interesting. But that does lead me into our holiday event, winter events, fall, winter. We've been working a lot with staff on planning our events, and doing lots of promotional materials, and I'll continue to do that through the season. But next Friday, we light up the town, and we have a Christmas market the same evening. We're excited about that. November 30th, Saturday, November 30th is Small Business Saturday. So shop local, support our businesses. What's next? The parade, December 7th at noon. We're excited about that. We've got a lot of entries coming in. After that, we've got Santa is cruising the town on the 21st. We also have on the 21st our holiday lights decorating contest. So get decorating your home and your business. And then January 1st, Polar Bear Plunge. And I've already got probably a half to 3/4 of my sponsors. So we're rocking and rolling.
I actually heard this is a year that all council members are going to do the polar plunge.
I heard the same thing.
I do believe Paul's daughter said that she would do it if he did it.
Yeah.
I heard that council members would do that as well as all staff.
I'm working the event, so I can't.
Anybody with glasses like that, we're not messing with. All right,
Thanks.
planning and zoning and code, I'm sorry, does anybody have any questions for Dawn? Nope, all right, next one, planning and zoning, code enforcement, Rick is here and his report.
Evening.
Also, all these reports are in board docs, so if you are bored tonight, please read them. Public, not us, they better read them already.
How y'all doing this evening? Anybody, any questions with the report?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
The planning and zoning, online portal, what's the status of that?
We're still working through building the back end of it with the contractor. I'm waiting on some other contracts to download our current code. So we had to get them to work together to be able to have their systems talk to each other and working with Calvert County to get some GIS data that they have to use to download. But so far, we're on track to be open by March to have everything up and running.
Okay. That's good. I'm excited about that.
It'll be nice. It's a lot more reporting, a lot more accuracy. Kind of helps stop anything from being missed. There's a lot of checks and,
Transparency, I mean, it'll be easy for folks to see.
well, everything will be online. There's a lot of checks and balances. So it'll be nice.
We recently, I mean, there's a lot of new checks and balances added. And it's just a benefit to everybody. And I think, just the reporting has improved and just detailed. So you know what's going on, where it's going on, how it's going on. And the portal is just going to put the cherry on top. And we've strived hard over the last 6 years to make sure we're as transparent as possible. And I think we've done a phenomenal job, but it's going to get better. So thank you, Rick, for all your hard work.
Thanks, Rick.
Any questions for Rick? All right.
Thank you.
DB will be up to the microphone in a minute.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to bring the council up to speed on a critical element in our tidal flooding. We talked about it several times before, but it's a 7th Street area, 7th and an Atlantic area. And what you heard me talk about, we looked at putting a tide flex check valve in that pipe to buy some time. And that idea was we put that tide flex in there. What that would do is stop the bay water from coming back in. Bob, who's here tonight, can attest to it. Last year, we had about 21 events where the tide came up to such a height that we have flooding coming in from that direction, just from that pipe there. We have a pipe that goes out in the bay, 36-inch diameter. It doesn't have any backflow, any check or anything. So we get water in right at Atlantic and 7th Street there. We went out, actually we bought a wetsuit. I didn't fit in the wetsuit, but one of my guys did. But we put him in the wetsuit. I went out there to try to plug that off to pump it down to verify the size for the WayPro valve. We're gonna use the WayPro check valve, and they're around estimated cost of like 40,000. So we wanted to make sure we had the right diameter, it would work right and everything else. When we went out to the bay to get the plug to try to get it in the line, we found out the bay over so many years now has silted in so much that we probably have a 6-inch opening at the top, and that's all that pipe is sticking out now. So we're like, man, we can shovel this out the way we can get the plug in. We went to try to start doing that and found it's sand out. We took a tape measure, put it at the edge of the pipe, and we pulled a 50-foot radius, and we still had the same height elevation of sand out 50 feet in the water. So like, I don't think we have enough shovels for this. So we couldn't proceed with that. And then I got thinking, if we put this check valve in there, we have all the sand. How are we going to maintain it? Is the sand coming in? Is it going to hold it open? Is it going to be a waste of, potentially $100,000 by the time we get the valve and the contract to put it in and install it or whatever? So I explained that to Mayor Benton. He was with me, actually went down on site. And what we said is drop this idea, save the money, don't waste time. But I was going to let the council know, we already had in 2002, there was a design of a pump station that was supposed to go there that kind of mirrored 9th Street. So he gave me the, we were talking about it, and we're going to move ahead. I think, the only way we can do anything there, we're going to have to put a pump station in. We might have to block that pipe off. We talked about blocking it off, but we can't do that because if we get rain, we can't get the rainwater out from the intersection at Annapolis and 7th around Mexico area there. So we have to have somewhere to get it out. And without a pump station there first, we won't be able to remove it if you get, 4-inch downpour, having, 2-inch downpour, even we'll have a pond there. We'll take the chance of flooding Mexico and the area, businesses in that area. So what we're looking at now, instead of wasting money with the WayPro and hoping that works, is go ahead and move ahead forward with the pump station. And once we get the pump station in, we will seal that off. Maybe even look at sealing it off. You know, at that point, we can seal it off completely. And even if we don't get any flow out to the bay, we'll pump it out because you don't get as much. You get more coming in at that location than you do rainwater that has to go out. It's not a big collection area there. So with a couple pumps, I feel pretty confident we can handle all the rainwater that collects in the area. And that's also in the compound flood plan that we had done a couple years ago. So just wanted to bring you up to speed. That's why. And we do, I talked to the public works guy in Oxford. He's actually coming over tomorrow because he heard about our 5th Street pump station and our 9th Street stormwater. And they're in the same boat over in Oxford, except when we get flooding, they don't. When we don't have flooding, they do. So, but they, I talked to them and incidentally, they put in 2 of the WayPro, but they're 15-inch. So they're a lot smaller. So while he's here, I'm going to talk to him about that. But they're coming over to North Beach to look at the pump stations we put in because they're thinking about now they put the valves in first, but they're a little different situation. Their pipe daylights, so they can see the end of their pipe. It daylights out. It's not underwater all the time like at 7th Street location. We're probably 2 feet under the tide every day. You know, we don't have a time except Northwest winter period that the level's down low enough so you can see that pipe. So that pipe's submerged, you know, 98% of the time. So it would be almost impossible to maintain that. You know, we were hoping we could buy some time, but I think, so we'll be coming to you with an, you know, design RP probably for a pump station in that location soon.
What's the status of 9th Street? We're close and
Just-
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and that is budgeted.
The 2002 is a Hoffman design.
Yes.
station. And did you look at that, Bayland? And,
I believe we did.
okay, you know, it's incorporated into the flood action plan, I think. So does it need to be updated?
We can update this. What I'd like to do to save time and, you know, we don't want a big engineering fee for something we already have. We can update the specs for the pumps that are currently available. We can even mirror 9th Street.
Yeah. all
Like
right.
we can spec with pumps, with control panel and that type of thing. But the structure and everything else is pretty much the same.
Still valid. and-
Yeah, still valid. So we just have to update the specifications probably on it. Yeah. And I think we'd be okay. And then that way it won't take short time period to get that turned around. So.
Well, I just want to let you know, because if you go down on 9th Street, you'll
Question.
see these pumps down there, above ground pumps, and you'll see the cones and all that. We're probably 80% done. What we're waiting for is these pumps to get off of some ship or container ship someplace in the world and end up in our DPW. So what, do we have a?
Yeah, they
new
came
update?
from, actually, we got the FedEx shipping bill, and I called the guy, I was like, hey, we're not paying for the shipping, y'all. But they're on the boat. They came from Belgium, so they're somewhere, but we anticipate them being here in a few days because they were supposed to be here November 12th, and then something happened or whatever. They tried to blame it on the shipping strike, but they didn't have that. It's like, they didn't even have it. What are you talking about? So they couldn't blame it on that. But we're actually probably 90% done because we have all the piping in there. Everything's piped out over the wall. The electrical panel has came in, we mounted that. That's all mounted at the station. So all we have left is to actually slide the pumps down the rails and run the wires to the conduit and hook them up and we're done. So, you know, once we get it here, it'd be like 2 days of work. And then the manufacturer's rep would have to come out and do a startup on the pumps to make sure they're, you know, set up right and amps right and everything like that. But if we get the pumps in hand, it'd probably be 2 more days and we're done. We almost had that thing paved because we were tired of waiting for that, but the
We're
temporary pump's kind of in the way, but we're close. Yeah. Yeah. It was a 12-week lead time on the pumps anyway, but it's probably been 14, I guess. So we're hoping they get here, you know, before the holiday and get them in.
Any questions for DB? I know Greg's tired of looking at that pump outside. All right.
All right.
Thank you so much. Phil. AKA Santa's helper.
Good evening. I'm Phil Ashworth. I'm the Waterfront and Parks Manager for Town of North Beach. Don has already touched on the upcoming events. I just want to add that the Maryland Department of Natural Resources has lifted the ban on outdoor burning so that our campfires will continue. The next one being at the tree lighting on the 29th of November. Yeah, but like he said, staff has been real busy getting ready for the tree lighting and the parade. You know, we've laid over 1,000 feet of extension cords, getting everything lit up. And then we are looking for a naturalist to work out of the Nature Center. That position was posted on the 15th of November and will close on the 28th. And once it closes, we'll review all the applicants and move forward from there. But if you get any questions,
A lot of applicants?
you got a good amount. Yeah, it's just, we just have to vet them. Yeah.
And just real quick on the jellyfish nets, I know you were looking into maybe trying to get some different ones.
Yeah, and I have looked and I've, I don't know who researched the ones we have, but these are the best thing that you can get. Yeah. They have other ones that float and stuff, but it's from what we have and the, basically the pounding they'll take. This is really the best thing.
And
Yeah.
so we're not looking to buy new ones, right?
Uh,
I just actually thought of this, but if we're gonna expand the.
Yeah,
stream,
and that's
maybe-
right. We will need to get new ones. That last storm did kind of ruin four out of the 7 that we have. But yeah, we'll wait until that's made and then move forward. Yep. Yep. Sure.
And take a look. He's rearranged some of the decorations between
Every year.
Jody, Phil, Emma, Nancy, and Jesse.
Yeah.
The-
Fair enough.
The decorations are looking amazing already, so I can't wait for Light Up the Town. They are, I think right now we're worried about the rain, but can't stop Mother Nature, so we'll deal with it if it comes.
Yeah.
Any questions for Phil?
One other quick question.
Yep.
I think the last time I was over in Callis Park, there were still some swings that were missing.
They've all been replaced. We've
Okay.
replaced all the swings at Callis Park and on the boat.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? All right, let's keep moving. Thank you, Phil.
You're welcome.
All right, let's move right into public comment guidelines. The town of North Beach welcomes comments. Public comments, please limit your public comments to 3 minutes. Please state your name, your address prior to your comment. Do we have any public comments online? I see something typed. No, nope, that's not it.
Oh, that was me asking for a public comment.
Oh.
Nothing yet.
There's that crazy guy named Mickey on there too. Oh, he's right here. All right, let's keep moving. We don't have any ordinance and resolutions to worry about. We did move this item to the business items, and I really, and what this is a quick discussion about the shoreline protection, town of North Beach, 7th Street to Hatches Corner. As you know, we've been very aggressive over the last 6 years to get, no, not 6 years, the last 14 years with living shoreline, raising the road, the berm, the pumps on Fifth Street. We're just going to continue to do what we got to do to make sure our town's protected. Some items are relatively quick and easy, and some items take a little time to make sure that we put our best foot forward, because it's going to affect the next generation and the next generation, because our town cannot move away from the bay. The bay is there. It's only going to keep rising, or somebody stealing our sand. So I'd like to turn this over to Lauren, to Linda, to just tell us what we're doing next.
I'm actually gonna turn it over to Donnie. I think is prepared to introduce it.
Just real quick, background on the area. As you all know, if you live here or if you've been around any amount of time, Isabel, the area we're talking about is between 7th Street, Finger Pier, and the town public beach, which we all call Hatches Corner. Over the years in Isabel, I think that whole area got wiped out pretty bad, wiped out the pier houses and everything there. I started here in 2007, and since I've been here, we've had three or four at least bad storms and wave action, high tide in that area that took out the railing. Right now, the boardwalk has a little bit of a roller coaster look to it. That area is right dead east, so when we get pounded, that takes the brunt of the storm right there and there. And we also have, I think it's 7 or 8 residents, at least 7 residents that live in that stretch that don't have access to their homes any other way besides going on the boardwalk there and coming from the beach. So they don't have don't have any rear entrance there in that area. So that area is pretty important. Like I said, it's been taking a beating since I've been here, and in the last 5 years since the tidal seemed like it's getting worse, it's more and more. And we have more days when you're even walking the boardwalk and get wave action. You can get wet just from walking in that area. So we're looking at some solutions to that problem. We had 2 firms come in. They gave us some real good engineering designs from the 2 consultants in that area. And the town now has, staff has reviewed those designs, and we're kind of ready to move forward with an RFP for the solutions. We'd like to bring this up for the council and just let you know where we're at and get your blessing to move forward to create an RFP.
Just a quick question. So just to clarify, that would be a design build RFP?
I would like to do design build. Me and Linda have discussed it. Hadn't been 100% decided on, but design build, one thing, if we do design build, you would know the cost of the project when you get the prices back if we do it as a design build. Whereas if we just did a design, they'd give you the cost, for the design, but you wouldn't necessarily know until we put that out to bid what the price is going to be. We could get, we're going to get estimates, engineering estimates, but in the real world, until you put it out and get prices back, you wouldn't know what the cost would be really if you just did design.
Okay. And then what's the timing for the RFP? I mean, because we've spent a lot of time. We've had a
I'm
couple
hoping we can
meetings.
turn it around in 2 weeks, a week, 2 weeks. If we get,
Let me jump in on this
yeah,
one.
you jump.
So I spoke
Feel
with
free.
staff today about this after we had our discussion yesterday. We need to pull the specs together. We'll probably be about 2 to 4 weeks, hopefully get it back to council in December and get it out on the street.
Okay, that's good. Just keep moving.
Probably not 2 weeks, though.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
I don't have any further questions.
Any other questions for council? All right, let's keep moving. Let's move right into council reports. I'd like to start with Greg since he's on TV.
Thanks, Mayor. I appreciate that.
Don't blame him.
First, I'd just like to say congratulations to the new Board of Appeal members. Thank you for volunteering. Looking forward to your good works. Thank you to everyone for coming out. And I'd like to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. Be safe out there. And I guess I'll see you around the beach or see you at the parade coming up. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you so much. All right, Mickey.
Thank everybody for coming out, and then see everybody at the tree lighting. Is I believe the Friday after Thanksgiving. Yep.
Cross your fingers, good weather.
Tree still lights.
That's true. That's true. We've done it in the rain before.
Last year.
Won't stop. us.
Wherever Phil went. All right.
Thanks to everyone for coming and everyone online. And I've done enough talking today. So I'm just going to say happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day. See y'all next time.
Just want to, we haven't met in a while and some things have happened. Of course, we had, for Halloween, we had the Boo Bash, which was great fun, and being a judge there, and we had some great costumes, I have to say. Was it somewhere, I want to say 50-ish contestants, something like that?
Around 70 little kids, 50 bigger
Oh,
kids,
you
and
get to-
then like 10 groups.
10 groups. So it was really, and it was you couldn't get a better day.
Yeah, and a ton of
It's
dogs
absolute-
too. Like,
Oh,
like-
that was it, over 50 dogs. That's what that
yeah,
was.
yeah, they had a lot. They had
Yes.
a good.
Yeah, so there were a lot, and everybody came out, and they were great and fantastic. Along with the mayor, I went to the MML conference in November out in Cambridge, which was good, and we had wonderful, beautiful weather again, so that was nice. The only thing that I found of note was the priorities of the MML for this legislative session. One thing they're pushing for is a very technical change that deals with speed cameras and how they get certified, because now it has to be a sworn officer, and many of the smaller towns don't have really good access to police officers so they can get it done. So it's, for us, we're not doing speed cameras, so it's not really of interest to us, but it was just fascinating that they're micro-targeting this one specific sort of thing. So they may win on that one. The other one, I don't see how they're going to win on, which has to do with expanding the admissions and amusement fee. So that we, as a town, right now, only Ocean City has the ability to tax separately, and all that money goes straight to the debt on the convention center, which makes sense. You built the convention center, all the businesses are getting things from the convention center, so why not pay for part of the convention center? I don't know how they're going to get past the restaurant association for have this done, so the towns could, they were saying it'd be like a range. You could go up to, I think, 4%. It doesn't mean you're there at 4, you don't have to do 4%. I don't know if they're going to get buyback from the, it's to me, I think it's a moonshot. And, good luck, but I don't think it's going to happen. Otherwise, then we just have the tree lighting in a week or two, and I hope to see everyone out there. So thanks.
Thank you so much. Paul.
Nothing significant to report, but thank you everyone for coming out and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, great. So going to tag what Councilman Wilcox said, I got invited to be on a panel on December 5th at the governor's house about the sales tax. I've been preaching to 3 different governors, O'Malley, Hogan, and Moore, that we just want a piece of their existing 6%. So what they're trying to do is turn around and say, hey, we'll give y'all the opportunity to tax more so we don't look like the bad guy. Well, when they called me and invited me, I said, you know how I speak and what I'm going to say. And they said, that's why we want you there. I said, good. I said, we just want a portion of it. This way, when the state of Maryland says tourism, 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 our residents of North Beach have a benefit to it, to help cover the police costs, help cover the wear and tear on our boardwalks. So I will be speaking on December 5th. I will report back and let you know. If you receive a phone call from me that day, please pick it up because you are my one call. I'm just letting you know because I'm tired of arguing about this, you know. So hopefully it's successful. We'll see what happens. Other than that, we have a lot of moving pieces right now in our town. Our staff is doing an amazing job. We appreciate the residents out there doing their part to make our town the best town in the state of Maryland. And we're open for business. Give us a call. You got to, you know, you need something from us, reach out. You know, we're all accessible. Call town hall. We will do what we got to do, but I appreciate you coming out tonight. It was a great night, great work session. Thank you so much, Lauren, for leading the way on that. And then other than that, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved, second.
Second.
Any discussion? Not hearing any. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So moved. Thank you, folks.